Have you ever wondered why some people are naturally drawn to you even when you don't say a word? Why strangers feel comfortable sharing their deepest worries, or why children and animals seem to light up in your presence? Have you questioned why your gut instincts are almost always right, or why you keep waking up at the same time every night, no matter how late you went to bed? These aren't random quirks, they're subtle signs pointing to something much greater. Today, we're exploring what it truly means to be different, to be marked in ways science and chance can't fully explain. If you've ever felt out of place, or noticed that people look at you differently without understanding why, this may be the confirmation you've been waiting for. What you're about to discover may help you recognize patterns that explain so much of what you've felt all along. Most people look for meaning in big, dramatic events, but destiny usually whispers. It reveals itself through small clues, through what we often dismiss as coincidences, but in truth, they are far from accidental. Fate doesn't come with a handbook. Instead, it leaves traces, and those who are sensitive enough to notice them are often set apart. If you've ever felt like you march to a rhythm others can't hear, keep listening. What follows may shine a light on why. In a world drowning in negativity, conflict, and constant distraction, it's easy to feel isolated. That's why recognizing these signs matters. You are not alone. Countless others experience the same things but rarely speak about them. As you hear these insights, don't take them as rigid rules but as tools, ways to better understand your nature and live a fuller, more empowered life. One of the first signs is the way strangers approach you. You might be standing in line at the store, sitting in a park, or going about your day when someone you've never met begins pouring out their heart. Maybe they share their struggles, maybe they just need to talk. Either way, it feels like you've become a magnet for other people's emotions. That's no coincidence. It's a reflection of the energy you carry, an energy others instinctively recognize, even if they can't explain it. When you experience deep personal or spiritual growth, your inner light becomes visible in ways words can't describe. People are drawn to that light because it feels safe, healing, and authentic. But here's the truth. Not everyone who comes to you is meant to stay. Some genuinely seek comfort, while others may have hidden intentions. That's where your inner discernment comes in. Knowing who comes with sincerity and who doesn't is one of the most vital skills you have. Imagine this. You decide, without knowing why, to stop by a coffee shop at a specific time. While waiting for your order, someone suddenly tells you about a painful loss they've experienced. They don't know why they shared it, but afterward, they feel lighter. To most people, it looks like chance. To you, it's another sign. These moments happen because you're meant to be a source of comfort, even if just for that one moment. Another powerful sign is your intuition. While others may call it a hunch, for you, it's more like an inner compass that rarely fails. You sense things before they unfold and read between the lines when others only see the surface. Think back to the last time you faced a difficult decision. While those around you panicked, you felt a strange calm. Deep down, you knew things would work out, even if you couldn't explain how. That calmness isn't ordinary. It's a reflection of your deep connection with your higher self or with forces beyond the visible world. Your intuition shows up in everyday life too. Maybe you've had an uneasy feeling just before leaving the house, so you changed your plans, only to later learn you avoided something negative. Or perhaps you met someone and immediately sensed they'd play a significant role in your life. While others brush these moments off as imagination, you know better. Your instincts rarely lie. This gift goes beyond personal safety. Intuition often guides you toward opportunities others overlook. Where most see loss or failure, you feel a quiet reassurance that something better is waiting. And when you follow those inner nudges, whether through a chance conversation, an unexpected lead, or simply a strong gut feeling, you often find yourself exactly where you're meant to be. Another sign is your heightened sensitivity to emotions. Unlike most people, you don't just feel emotions, you feel them intensely. Even a casual remark can spark a wave of feelings that lingers long after the moment has passed. While others quickly move on, you absorb, reflect, and carry emotions with you. Picture being at a social gathering where someone makes an offhand comment. Everyone else laughs it off, but you feel the weight of their words deeply. That sensitivity isn't weakness. It's evidence of your finely tuned emotional awareness. It allows you to experience life more richly, but it can also make you vulnerable to negativity. This dual nature, being both blessed and challenged, shapes much of your journey. On one hand, you have a remarkable gift for empathy. You can sense pain behind a smile, and your presence often gives others permission to open up. On the other hand, toxic environments and draining people can quickly exhaust you. That's why protecting your energy is essential. Practices like meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in nature can help you recharge and stay balanced. Even something as simple as walking barefoot on grass can ground you and restore peace. These aren't small acts, they're vital steps. Without balance, your gift can feel like a burden. Your emotional awareness also gives you an advantage in navigating the world. When you enter a room, you don't just see people, you feel the atmosphere. You can sense joy, tension, or sadness before anyone speaks. This invisible radar helps you protect your well-being while guiding others. And finally, children and animals are often inexplicably drawn to you. Think about the last time you were around pets or young kids. Did they gravitate toward you immediately? Children are unfiltered, and animals rely on instinct, not logic. If they consistently trust and seek you out, it's not by chance. They sense the authenticity in your energy. Animals and children feel what many adults ignore. They aren't swayed by status or appearance. They respond only to what is real. And when they're drawn to you, it's because what you radiate is genuine, nurturing, and magnetic. Animals don't always respond to what we say, but they always respond to the energy we give off. If you've noticed that pets, strays, or even wild creatures approach you more often than they do others, that isn't random. Animals are highly sensitive to vibrations and instincts, often sharper than human perception. They can sense calmness, kindness, and positive energy. When you radiate that aura, animals feel safe around you, and they're drawn to your presence like a magnet. Think of how a nervous dog usually reacts when a stranger passes by, cautious, maybe even defensive. But with you, it's different. They relax, trust, wag their tails, and stay close. Cats, known for their selectiveness, may curl up beside you or watch you with quiet curiosity. Even birds, squirrels, or other wild animals may not shy away from you as they do with others. They feel a vibration in your presence that resonates as safe and welcoming. And it's not just animals. Children, especially very young ones, often react the same way. Children are naturally honest. They haven't learned to hide behind masks or to follow the social rules of politeness. Instead, they respond instinctively. If a child smiles at you, studies you with curiosity, or relaxes in your presence, it's because they sense something pure in your energy. They feel your authenticity without you saying a word. There's something powerful about that. Both animals and children are among the most sensitive beings around us. They notice what adults often ignore. They're not swayed by appearances, status, or words. They respond only to energy, and your energy speaks volumes. When both animals and children show you this level of trust, it's a clear sign that your soul carries a higher vibration, one that comforts and attracts. It is living proof that your presence is a blessing to the world around you. Another sign often surprises people: waking up between 3 and 4 in the morning. At first glance, it may seem like an inconvenience or a sleep disturbance, but across spiritual traditions, this time, often called the spiritual hour or witching hour, has deep meaning. It's believed that during these hours, the veil between the physical and spiritual is thinner. Energies shift and messages pass through more easily. If you consistently wake around this time, it's worth paying attention. It's unlikely to be coincidence. Many believe it's the universe or something greater trying to reach you. This is a sacred window for reflection, prayer, and meditation. If you've ever found yourself awake at 3:30 a.m., alert when you should be tired, try embracing it. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, reflect, meditate. Let your thoughts settle. What often follows can be profound. Answers you've been searching for may suddenly come into focus. Confusion fades, clarity emerges, and a calmness takes hold. Insights about your life, your purpose, or solutions to problems can appear effortlessly in this stillness. Many people find that when they stop resisting this hour, they discover revelations that shift their perspective entirely. This phenomenon is also tied to spiritual awakening. As your soul evolves, you become more attuned to subtle energy shifts and higher vibrations. Your body responds by waking you at this sacred time, nudging you to pay attention. It's not an inconvenience, it's a sign that you're in rhythm with the greater universe. Another mark of being different is your comfort with not fitting in. For much of your life, you may have felt separate from those around you. Your interests, values, or dreams may not have aligned with everyone else's. While others rushed to conform, you felt more at ease following your own path. From childhood, you may have noticed this distance. Maybe you weren't drawn to the same games or conversations, or maybe your thoughts and questions set you apart. That feeling of being different wasn't random. It was a glimpse of the unique journey ahead of you. Most people spend their lives trying to blend in, but you've always known that true value doesn't come from conformity. It comes from authenticity. And while walking your own path may sometimes feel lonely, it has also given you strength. The ability to stand alone and trust your instincts, even against the crowd, is one of the clearest signs of a greater purpose. Think of the choices you've made that set you apart. While others chased conventional careers or traditional milestones, you may have felt called to explore something deeper: art, spirituality, or a lifestyle that didn't fit the mold. Perhaps you've chosen meaning over material gain, depth over popularity. That willingness to go against the grain isn't weakness, it's courage. Proof that you're guided by something greater than societal expectation. And with that comes another strength. The way you handle rejection or misunderstanding. Many people collapse under judgment or exclusion, but for you, rejection becomes fuel. It affirms that you're walking a path meant only for you. You don't see rejection as proof you're not good enough. You see it as a sign that you're not meant to settle, that something greater awaits. This comfort in your own difference is a rare gift. It allows you to move through life with confidence that doesn't rely on anyone's approval. You don't chase validation. You already know who you are, and that makes you unstoppable. Finally, let's talk about your relationship with solitude. Many people fear being alone. They crave constant distraction, company, and validation. Silence makes them uneasy, but for you, solitude isn't punishment, it's freedom. It's where you breathe, reflect, and connect with yourself more deeply. Isolation doesn't feel empty to you, it feels full of meaning. Silence isn't a void, it's sacred. Alone time becomes your teacher, your healer, your companion. In those quiet hours, you learn truths about yourself you could never find in a crowd. Think about the last time you spent an extended period alone. Did you feel restless, or did you feel clarity guiding you forward? For you, solitude isn't loneliness, it's growth. It's a chance to shed the world's noise and hear the voice within. This ability to transform isolation into empowerment is one of the strongest signs of a chosen soul. It shows that your strength doesn't depend on the presence of others. You draw it from within, from your connection to something higher, and that makes you resilient in ways most can't imagine. When challenges come, that inner foundation carries you through. While others panic in silence, you thrive in it. That calm becomes unshakable. It gives you clarity to face life head-on, wisdom to see challenges as lessons, and courage to walk your path with purpose. So if you've recognized yourself in these signs, know this: you are different. You are not meant to blend in. You are meant to shine, to stand apart, and to live with a greater purpose than most people can imagine. From your sensitivity to animals and children, to your intuition, to your comfort in solitude, each of these traits is a guidepost. Not accidents, not coincidences, signs pointing to the path you were born to walk. The key is to embrace these signs fully. Use them to understand yourself, to grow, to help others, and to bring light into a world that desperately needs it. Your life carries meaning far beyond the surface, and the more you lean into these gifts, the clearer your purpose will become. And remember, you are not alone. Many others are awakening to these truths. But the way you live your purpose, the way you walk your path, will always be uniquely yours. That is the beauty of being chosen. So the next time you wake at 3 a.m., the next time a child smiles at you, or the next time you feel at peace standing apart from the crowd, remember this: these are not random moments. They are reminders that you are connected, guided, and destined for far more than you realize.